Recently, AI video has gotten probably too good for the good of humanity, and it makes you wonder a little bit, is this just what it's going to be? Is it just going to be police body cam footage of SpongeBob getting pulled over and then poor, God rest his soul, Kobe Bryant being reanimated to say the stupidest shit known to mankind? I really hope not. But actually, what does AI video mean for content in general? The wonderful company with no allegations against them, OpenAI, has come out with an app called Sora, which is basically an AI video generator, but also just TikTok, but for exclusively AI-generated content. Now, on paper, you would think, we're so fucked, right? Like, this cannot be good. Everyone is just going to spend all day being glued to this app, and it's going to finish what TikTok started in its quest to find anybody that has an ounce of boredom and completely and utterly lobotomize them. And I get it. I am also completely terrified. But will this actually happen, and where will AI content actually fit into what we consume? Is crazier content better content? Obviously, AI video allows for much crazier shit to happen than like normal video does, but is that actually better or more engaging content? And the answer, of course, is yes, wild shit is more engaging in the short term. Like when I first saw the Bigfoot vlogs type videos when Google Veo 3 came out and there's audio with the videos now. But after seeing countless creatures vlogging and children's TV characters getting arrested on police body cam footage, I was kind of like, all right, man, I get it. Because usually the super crazy stuff, people just automatically are like, yeah, that must be AI. Unless you're somebody that just believes anything, in that case, God help you, because it's only going to get worse. And once people realize something's fake, the crazy factor inherently kind of just wears off a little bit. Like nobody's watching the original Avengers and is like, look at what they did to New York City. I never got to visit it. What the fuck? I think we'll quickly become numb to the craziness of the AI videos because they've already gotten so insanely out of hand. It's pretty impressive how fast it happened. Also, in terms of like the wild shit factor, like we've had high budget action movies, superhero movies forever, of course being the past few decades. They're more accessible, cheaper to consume than they've ever been, and people don't care in the slightest. We have access to the crazy stimulating action shit, and we're not consuming it. And the top app on smart TVs across the board was YouTube. And even in like 2017, 2018, YouTube content was racing towards being like shorter, more fast-paced, more like mind-meltingly engaging. And now, with the exception of channels like Mr. Beast, it's kind of like forked off a little bit. Like you have the Mr. Beastification of YouTube where it's just like jump cuts, pop-ups, blah, 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 like just everything happening, and you watch it and you're like, this must be what it feels like to take opioids or something. Like this feels crazy. Like it doesn't even feel like a video anymore. It feels like you're taking a substance. And then on the other side though, you have like 3-hour video essays on like the most random bullshit known to man, and they get millions of views. Why is that? I'm going to say this in the most inoffensive way possible, but I think as we get older and or more mature, we care more about the subject matter and the person that's delivering the subject, and less about being hyper stimulated. Obviously it still has to be good. Like somebody can't just like meander around the point for like 40 minutes and then you're just like, wow, this is great. Like obviously you still have to be a good storyteller, but like if you are a grown ass person and you're like, dude, did you see the new Mr. Beast video? I'm sorry, aren't you like 25? Like, what the fuck? Are you watching Coco Melon too? Like, that's kind of the vibe that I get. And I have nothing but respect for Mr. Beast. He's obviously the most successful YouTuber of all time, but he has a demographic that he's targeting with those videos. I also believe that short form content platforms have filled up the space that YouTube used to occupy. Now it's like if you have 10 minutes or you're on like a break at work or you're commuting or something, you don't just boot open a YouTube video. You're like, let me just scroll whatever, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, God forbid. And now YouTube has shifted more to like what Netflix used to be / kind of still is. It's like a sit down thing. Like I'm eating, let me watch a YouTube video, or I'm doing something around the house that's kind of menial, let me just put on a YouTube video in the background. Like it's stuff like that that has favored now much longer content that doesn't necessarily need to be like lobotomizing you to keep your attention. And especially also since some genres of TikTok, especially like storytelling, storytime TikToks, those videos get to be like 5+ minutes long too. So that's like what old YouTube videos used to be. So now it's like, all right, if I want to watch something that's like sub 10 minutes, I'll just go on TikTok. If I want to watch a YouTube video, I'm looking for like 10 plus, 20 plus, 3.5 hours. It's kind of shifted a little bit. Chapter 2, AI versus human connection. People like personality and connecting with another person first and foremost. You ever see those people on TikTok or YouTube that just tell the news with like no personality or their own input, or they like green screen another popular video and react to it by just nodding along and saying fucking nothing? Or those YouTube channels that you can tell everything is made by AI, like the script, the voice, the visual, like it's all AI. Those videos can do well, but if you look at those actual accounts, nobody really follows them, or like the follower count is much smaller than you think it should be for the amount of views and likes that the videos get. People like feeling like they're talking to another person, not like a newscaster or a robot. It's the same reason why if people blow up on TikTok but they want to like have a lasting career, they usually pivot into like either a podcast or doing YouTube or something like that, so people can experience more of them and build more of a connection with them as a person. And if people like a content creator as a person, they'll inherently be more interested in the things that they post. This is why the highest echelon of content creators can kind of just post whatever and it seems to go viral, because people are already bought into them. They recognize that person. They're like, oh, it must be good. It's this person. This is also why the top actors and actresses get paid an insane amount of money to appear in movies. Yes, for their skill, but also a lot of it is just for their likeness. Like, your face is a billboard. People recognize you. They want to see movies with Brad Pitt in them, with The Rock, with Kevin Hart, whoever, because people are already bought into them as a person. And even in animation, if it's not the actual visual likeness of the person, studios still spend millions of dollars to have these people voice the characters just because the name people are already bought into. AI just cannot replicate this. I think it's something that's hardwired into us a little bit to just seek human connection, even if it's super subconscious, like being a fan of another human because they're like, this is a person that's just like me, kind of, except much more attractive and much more talented. But, you know, that's fine. Chapter 3, culture. From what I've seen, people hate AI stuff and basically anything that steps on the toes of like existing creatives, especially when it comes from like a big budget movie studio or something. It's like, you have the money to hire these people and you just didn't. So that's like a big old middle finger, big old bird to the fucking artist. There was a movie that came out a few months ago called Weapons, and the only thing that I heard about it online was the fact that there was some controversy about it using AI video in the trailer or in one of the trailers. I didn't hear anything about if the movie was good. I didn't hear, like, one of my friends saw it and he said it was good, but the only thing I saw in like mainstream discourse was like, they used the AI, fuck this movie. That was basically the vibe. And that's good, because it's like it keeps movie studios and people with big budgets in line. You don't get to cut corners like that. You don't get to pay Brad Pitt $30 million to show up in the movie, but then you're like, we're gonna, save a little bit of money because of this artist. We don't need that. We can just AI generate it. Like, that's not cool. And that needs to be shamed. Well, I also believe that AI art inherently is just less cool than real art by like a significant amount. AI started being able to make photorealistic images like a few years ago, and nobody really fucking cares. People, I think, are naturally more drawn to human achievement and like, oh, this is like another person just like me did this really cool thing. Like, that's awesome. You're not gonna get any applause if you beat Usain Bolt in a race and you're driving a fucking car. And nobody also cares if some fucking robot can like mathematically shoot 3-pointers better than Steph Curry. Like, people are gonna be more inspired by Steph Curry because he's a human being that is a great example of how good a human being can be at basketball. It subconsciously tells people that like they can do that too, even if it's like, you're probably not going to be able to do that. Me at 12, who was just fat as shit, was not going to ever turn into Steph Curry. Like, it just wasn't in the cards for me. But seeing that just is inspiring. And even if this isn't like the exact train of thought that people have when they're seeing something, it's like subconscious that we just appreciate human achievement more than a machine. If somebody's like, wow, that's a hand sculpted something, they're like, that's really cool. But if a machine is just like, yeah, it's mathematically perfect, they're like, all right, whatever, man. Like, it should be. It's a machine. Like, fucking what? Chapter 4, the subject matter. Good content is always going to win. Whether it's big budget movies or TikTok story times, the content and how it's presented matters a lot. And low effort, like engagement grabby content is always going to come off as low effort content. I don't know if you've ever seen like a TikTok For You page before it has any idea what you like, but there's some garbage on there, dude. It's like the real like $1 or this mystery box or like guess what fucking cube the Labubu is under. My 3 kids try and play the game. I'm exploiting my children for views on YouTube. And people that make pure brain rot content like that, you are going to have to compete with AI. And people that absolutely love that kind of content will probably also not mind AI slop. Like, I don't think they're going to have a problem with the lack of connection or personality or whatever. They're just like, wow, bright colors, whatever. And that's okay, though, because, like, content that just is kind of stupid but gives you a quick laugh is great. Like, that's a large part of, like, what short form social media has been built off of. But when it comes to content that has really any more substance than just pure brain rot, it will be valued significantly more if it is human made. AI also really does not have a great sense of humor or anything. Like anything that's entirely generated by AI, like the stories are usually pretty predictable. The humor is like the least funny coworker that you've ever met, the one that like never heard a swear word until he was 21 years old. At least for me, but maybe I just have like a different sense of humor. I don't know. Maybe I'm just better than everybody. Chapter 5. What part of content will AI occupy? The morals of using AI to make any sort of art is a debate that will go on until the end of time. I don't think it's right that the AI models have been trained on a bunch of real art and content, and then those artists are just told to basically go fuck themselves, and the AI companies are making an unimaginable amount of money. But that's hopefully what the lawyers are going to figure out, and unfortunately, this stuff is probably here to stay. So that's where the court of public opinion comes in. Like, where do people even value this kind of content? And I believe AI will naturally occupy the low effort, quick, super stimulating, shock factor, quick laugh kind of content space. It works well there because you can just make things that don't exist, so people are automatically like, oh my god, Kobe Bryant is a Twitch streamer? That's crazy. I've never seen that. But like, it's just the shock factor kind of just works for people, and you almost have to kind of commit to that like low effort, off the cuff, Vine like vibe for it to work. And also everybody's feeds have, I feel like, at least a little bit of that stupid quick laugh kind of content, so it's like, you know, it's good. But for a lot of people, I feel like they still want variety in their content. I think it is extremely important, though, that platforms make it known when something is AI, because some of this stuff looks super real, and like people's lives can very easily get ruined, I feel like, and also just lies can be spread more than they already are being spread. And using people's likenesses should also be heavily regulated. Like, I can't imagine Kobe Bryant's widow and daughters appreciate basically seeing their deceased father reanimated on the internet in a photorealistic way to say the stupidest shit known to mankind. Like, that's got to be a bit of a traumatizing experience. But, you know, that's just me. We'll see where this shit goes. Hopefully it's not just all slop forever from here on out. But, you know, we'll see.